Whoa, guys! Last time I think it was a week before we have did a video on Benelli TNT 300. That is a ownership video of mine. Now what do we have today is that another bike of mine, which is a purely adventure and a tourer bike, in a better package and a price. So that is the Xpulse 200, which you are seeing behind me. So let's talk a 6 months ownership review. This was bought very recently. So let's just get started. Before that, welcome to Motovlog Brownie. It's again the channel which is made for its bike reviews, and there are a lot of other bike reviews which has been already done. So there are coming in the iCards also, and the few links which are in the description, and you can visit my channel to see all those the reviews of different vehicles. Okay, so with that note, let's get started with this motorcycle. We have a Xpulse 200 here, which I have bought it, I told you, which I have bought it 6 months back, and I've clocked very less, I think 2.5k because of the lockdown. And this is where I could not get a chance to do different reviews of different bikes because of the lockdown in here in Karnataka. So yeah, we are here with an adventure tourer, which is Xpulse 200. Okay, this Xpulse 200, which is from Hero Motorcycles, there was a predecessor before this, which was called as Impulse, and that Impulse, I didn't had that feeling. It was not looking as good as an adventure bike, more like some dirt bike, right? So this is purely made for the adventure itself because of its ground clearance. That is one thing. I won't talk about the power figures and all those things which I have already discussed in my previous video, which you can check out in the description or in my channel, that is available for you. So when I say the ownership review, I'll much talk about the positives and negatives that I have faced in the 6 months, almost 6 months right now. The positive things is that you guys know that I have a Benelli which I ride. This bike is purely a off-roader. When I say off-roader, why this guy is only saying it is an off-roader? Because of the reason, there is a very small engine which has been kept in this bike, which is of 200 cc's. This is an adventure which I always wanted, because with the sports bike you can travel longer, but you will have lot of expenses, right? So that is where I like this bike. When I went on a review of this bike in the motorcycle in the showroom in Mysore, that is where I liked it because of the reasons, the cost and its maintenance. So that made me to buy this vehicle, and the mileage also, that is also a good part here. So yeah, we have a 200cc oil cooled engine with this, and this previous model that doesn't comes with an oil cooled, and there is a slight difference that over this one, the catalytic converter. This was now they have included the catalytic converter, so it came down and it's going there, and it usually previously it used to run over the engine like this. So that is one change compared to the previous version, which we have got to see. I liked it because of its ground clearance. See, my height is almost 5'11". I think it's very comfortable for me. I can place my both the legs flat down there in the flat road. That is also there. Height which is above 5'6" or 5'7" is what the height required for this bike. Though you be 5'6" or 5'7", you can only flat foot one of your leg, not both of them, but you can control it. But for the below height, 5'6" and below, I won't recommend this bike for them, because there might be a chances of dropping it. You cannot control it really well. Okay, so Xpulse is purely made for the off-roading, not for long touring. But long touring is also fine, but when you have a pillion and a lot of luggage in it, and this engine doesn't support you for that, because you won't get that sort of a feeling when it compares to the Himalayan, which is 400cc. But again, when the cc increases, the mileage decreases. That comes to one of the positive thing for this bike, which is that it may give you around 45 km per liter. But I have never seen that 45 km yet, because my riding is almost always above 100. That is where I ride. 80 to 100 is what I do things. But when you keep it between 60 50, then obviously you may get between 40 to 45. But I have got in my one long ride, which was 35 to 38. That is what I have got, and that is one of the best mileage for an adventure and a tourer. And I rather take Xpulse for a long ride than a Benelli. It's because of the reason, the Indian roads is having lot of potholes and lot of speed breakers and lot of other things, right? So that is where when you sit on this bike, because of long telescopic suspension at the front and the ground clearance, you won't feel anything. That is for sure. I felt the same, though you won't get that sort of a power on the highways, that whatever is required. Minimum of 120 to 150 is what people usually ask for, but you won't get it. The maximum top speed is around 120, which I have did. With a pillion, I have did around 110 111. So that is what it is. But when it comes to the off-roading, everything gets changed because of this weight. Now the weight is little less compared to the Himalayan or whatever the adventures that you have in the market, because of the reason the handling is really great on the off-roading, I would say. When it comes to the adventures, it is quite common to have a spoke wheel. That is where you will get the stability. And when you have a spoke wheel, you won't get an option of having a the tubeless tires, which is not available here. That is one sort of a negative thing, so that you need to get compromised. And you additionally have to carry the tubes with you for a long rides. That should be there. I think till 6 months now, I think these bikes have good buttons on the tires, because these are the proper adventure tires that you get from the Seat. That is what here at both the side. Positive and negative on the brake side. The positivity is that you have a single channel ABS for the price that you are paying. Single channel ABS, which is at the front, and there is no ABS at the rear. When you think about the price, I think at least instead of having nothing, you have something here, which is fine for you. Front is much required, because that is where it gets skid out there on the roads while raining or any other things. So that is much required at the front, but that is fine. But they would have included at the rear. But when you compare the price of it, this is what you will get. And one more positive thing is that you can change the few things. You can make even more adventurous by having a package of 40,000 rupees. With that 40,000 rupees package, your bike will get completely become adventurous, I would say, by adding up few amount of height on the bike, because of the suspension gets changed, and the handlebar risers will be attached, and it can make as a perfect off-roader, and the tires get changed. And the price of this motorcycle is where it stands out, which I have bought it for 1,48,000 rupees. for this bike in Karnataka. The Himalayan would cost you around more than 2 lakh plus 1 lakh rupees more than this, I think, probably. That is where it cost, and the mileage also you need to get compromised a little bit. When you are looking for a complete off-roader, I would say go with this if you want to do a lot of off-roading when you are in a place like Madikeri or the places where a lot of hilly regions. So this is a bike for you. And the Himalayan, it's a bit bulky and heavy to maintain, and even the bike is heavy to control. So I think probably this is the bike that you have to choose. If your concern is to go on a long trip on the road, I would say Himalayan, because of the cc or the engine that it has, the 400cc engine. So that is where I feel you will get a good amount of torque and power that is good for the roads. And there are few features also that I am going to discuss that comes in the positive thing as well. So we'll see that soon. The one more positive thing is that the service cost is almost 1,000 rupees. If it is a paid service, I mean, that comes around 1,100 rupees. If it is a free service, it is almost 500 to 600 rupees is what I have got till now, with the oil change and everything. So heroes are meant for it's low maintenance. So that is where when you want pocket friendly and a budget friendly, this is a bike for you. Okay, let's talk about the negative things. The negative things, I already told you that the engine power, that is one negative thing which this bike lacks. The engine power should have been improved, but when the price is concerned, I think this is what you will get for that price. There are no such things which is negative, except one is the engine power, the other one is the seat comfort. I think when you sit on the seat of Himalayan, the seat is like a cushion. That sort of, you will feel like another 100 kilometers you can ride it easily. But here I think a little bit narrower seat. Good, it is also good. I won't say that this is not a good seat, but it would have been better. So those are the two things that was in my mind. I am not taking this on a tour. I am not a tourer actually. Here I am a YouTuber who reviews bikes, and I'll take the bikes for a day's ride or a 2 days ride, whatever is necessary. I won't go too much of long rides, like going from Mysore to Leh Ladakh. No, that I am not doing it. So I am not that guy. I do ride in a shorter distance, I mean covering 300, 400, 500 kilometers. That is what my agenda will be, and that is what I do. There is a video on Himalayan 2, the new version. You can just check it out in my channel, that is available for you. There are a lot of customizations on that bike too, that is available. The braking is really, really good, and it has an awesome bite on both the end. Whenever you apply the brakes, it suddenly stops. I think whoever wants to buy this motorcycle, keep your eyes closed and go to the showroom and buy it. So that is what I'll say, because I have seen the different bikes, I have rode the different bikes, but this bike is very, very pocket friendly for me. That is all I could say to you. And by saying that, we will get on to the features. A few features that was hidden, few of them which was hidden, and few of them which are visible, that I am going to show that to you also. So let's see that. So this is how you have a fully digital cluster. Again, a positive thing, fully digital cluster you have. My Benelli doesn't even shows few things over here. See, you can see the trip meters, 1, 2, and this is, you can connect this bike with the Bluetooth, so that you will get a navigation for the maps. Navigation in the sense, you won't even get complete map right here in this place. No, it just shows whether you have to take left right, or whatever it is. Okay, eco mode, this is one of the mode where you will get a good mileage, right? So when it is full, you will get 3 black dots here, so which means that you are on a economy mode. Now if it is at here, I think you may lose a little bit of mileage, and if you are here, I think this is here when you will be above 80 kilometers, so that is where you will lose the mileage a little more. So this is what the eco mode mean. So those things are there. One is Bluetooth connectivity, which was available here, and another one which is much required for a travel, which is under this seat. That is, I'll show you. So this is where you will put your key and you'll turn it to lift the It's not so hard, I was holding in camera from another hand, so it was becoming little difficult for me. Here it is, the USB charger. I think I never use it in a while. See, this is where you can see the USB charger. In here you can put a USB cable and keep your phone right here for charging or anything that you want to charge. It is an oil cooled engine, so this is the oil cooler right here that you can see the massive 21-inch tire that you have here, and the ground clearance you can see, it barely hits anything. Till date I never hit anything under the belly. Okay, you have another positive thing is that you have a LED light right here. So let me turn on. See, you have a DRL as well, and that is a full LED light, headlight. I have not done any of the modifications on the bike, so this is all that you can see is a stock. And the side stand indicator, when you have your side stand on, it won't start until you are in a neutral. It just starts now. Let's kick it started. Can we hear to the exhaust? So here the exhaust is. Nothing so special in the exhaust that you could see. See, I was talking about the LED light, right? The rear LED light is not on. You can see the LED light at the rear now. I think hope you had got a good information, hope you had got a good amount of information on this motorcycle. If you want to know more, and if you want anything which I have missed, you can always use the comment section below to put your questions or whatever it is. I am going to answer it as much as possible. So I'm going to answer it as much as possible to you. Until then, for the next video, stay tuned. I'll see you back soon. Thank you. No, one more thing, I think I'm missing a lot of subscribers, guys. Please do click on that subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. There are new contents every week or two is gonna come to you on your way, and do check out all my videos previously which I have made. I think hope you all like the content of it, and thank you so much. Click on the subscribe button and the bell as well to get all my notifications. Thank you, guys.